Oh, hello. How would you like to do a toaster bar? How about 5 toaster bars? Nay, how about a set of 10 to 15 toaster bar in one shot? Well, wonder no longer, team, because I've got a 5-stage process that's going to help you develop your first toaster bar and your first of many toaster bar in a single set. All right, so those 5 stages go like this. We've got strict knee raise, into a kipping knee raise, into a kipping L-sit, into a kipping close the gap, into the actual kipping toaster bar. All right, so those are the 5 stages. That's what we're going to go through in this video. Before we kick these off, I want to talk to you about a simple idea of tension and compression. All right, so whenever we're doing gymnastics, we want to create tension throughout the body and compression throughout the body. Or another way to think about it is to create tension through compression. What am I talking about? Let me show you. So when we jump up onto the bar, this is a really inactive hang. We've got no tension. It's just a shit position. And if you're going to try and do toaster bar, you're going to probably rip your shoulders out. So probably not, but something close to that. So what we're going to do in order to create tension is create compression by pushing down on the bar, which engages our shoulder, engages our core, and then we're going to squeeze our thighs together and create tension throughout the entire body. All right, so we're going to go from this inactive position to pushing down onto the bar, and now I'm into this nice active position. All right, I'm thinking of trying to push the bar down to my toes as opposed to lift my toes up to the bar. Alrighty, so by pushing down, I'm going to create compression in the body, which leads to tension, and that is an extremely important rule when we're doing toaster bar and any gymnastics. But because this video is about toaster bar, I'm going to bang on about it quite a bit. Alrighty, so in any of these 5 stages, just remember, compression by pushing down on the bar is going to create tension, and that's going to be the starting point for every stage. Alrighty, so let's go to stage 1, which is the strict knee raise. Let's take a look. With the strict knee raise, we are going to jump up onto the bar and immediately push down on the bar to create compression, and then that's going to lead to tension. We're also going to squeeze our thighs together and point our toes. From this nice locked position at the start, we are going to continue that downward push on the bar, and we're going to lift our knees up as high as we can, and then back down to the start position. We're going to maintain tightness throughout this entire movement so we avoid any swing happening at the bar. All right, so once you can do 10 reps at stage 1, it's time for stage 2, which is going to be the kipping knee raise. Let's take a look. With the kipping knee raise, the setup is exactly like the strict knee raise. We're going to jump up onto the bar, create tension by pushing down on the bar. Check. So from here, we're going to bring our knee up, and as we bring our knees down, instead of stopping in front of the bar, we're going to allow our feet to continue and track behind the bar. At the same time, we're going to let our chest come in front of the bar, so we're creating this D shape with our body. Now to reverse this, I'm going to push down on the bar even more, and I'm going to bring my feet forward, and my chest is going to go behind the bar, and then I'm going to continue into my knee raise. And I'm going to continue this movement while maintaining tension on the bar and tension in the body. If you feel yourself coming out of this movement, I want you to jump off the bar, reset, and go again. Right, so now once you can do 10 reps at that kipping knee raise, now it's time to move up to stage 3, which is the kipping L-sit. With the kipping L-sit, the setup is exactly the same as stages 1 and 2. We're going to jump up onto the bar and immediately push down on the bar to create that tension. Now to start the kip, we're actually going to take our feet behind us, so they're behind the bar. And at the same time, we're going to allow our chest to come forward, so our chest is in front of the bar. From this position, I'm going to aggressively push down on the bar, and at the same time, I'm going to bring my feet forward and allow my chest to go behind the bar. Now I'm going to lift my legs up until they're in that L-sit position, and the whole time, I'm pushing as much as I can down on that bar. Now it's super important, as I've been saying in the previous stages, that you keep your tension. You're going to find it a little bit hard at the start because of that change in lever length, but it's super important that you keep pushing down on the bar and maintain that tension in your body. All right, so that's the kipping L-sit. Once you can do 10 reps of doing that while maintaining the kip and staying in control, then it's time to move into kipping close the gap, stage 4. The thing with the kipping close the gap is the gap that needs to be closed is the distance between your toes at the top end of that L-sit and the pull-up bar. And the way we achieve this is by picking incremental steps in that gap to aim at with your feet. So what I like to do is I'll jump up onto the bar and I'll go first stage, I'm gonna aim to get my ankles in line with my eye level. So when I do a toes to bar, I'm gonna be, or the kipping close the gap, I'm gonna be making sure that my ankles are hitting my eye line every time. Looks like this. So there, I'm making sure that my ankles are in line with my eyes, and more importantly, I'm closing that gap between the bottom end of that L-sit and the pull-up bar. All right? So the next stage, I'm going to try and get maybe my eyes in line with my shins, or my shins in line with my eyes. So therefore, I'm going to be closing that gap a little bit more. Let's take a look. So while I'm doing the kipping close the gap and making sure that my shins are coming up to my eye level, I'm also making sure that I'm pushing as hard as I can downward on the bar to create that compression that's going to maintain tension and keep me control of this movement. All right, so now I'm comfortable with getting my shins to eye level. My toes are very close to the bar. It's time for the next stage, the final stage. It's time for stage 5, the toes to bar stage. The setup is exactly the same as the last 4 stages. We're gonna jump up onto the bar. Immediately, we're gonna push down on the bar to create compression throughout our body, which leads to tension throughout our body. We take our feet back first, allowing our chest to come forward, and then when we wanna bring our legs up, we're gonna aggressively, with everything we got, push down on the bar and lift our legs up and our toes all the way to the bar. This is how you do a kipping toes to bar. All right, well, I hope you like those 5 stages. Practice it, practice each stage, and get really good at it before you move on to that next one. Let me know what you think of the video, team, and good luck practicing this in class. See you soon.